And hello and welcome to Open, the show that opens the Bronx and the rest of the world right to you. I am Daren, Jaime, and today we'll update you on what's happening in and around our borough and New York City. Coming up, we'll explore FreshDirect's new initiative connecting innovators who are reshaping the culinary landscape with their exceptional products and brands. Following that, we'll engage with a toy trend specialist, unveiling the hottest toys and trends for this holiday season. You don't want to miss that. If you are a toy consumer, you'll love this segment. And then after that, we'll discuss an online educational platform that's offering programs empowering entrepreneurs to grow their business. And lastly, we'll delve into a not-for-profit educational organization dedicated to building confidence and imparting public speaking skills. So stay tuned because all this and much more is heading your way. Right now, we're officially open. And hello, everyone. I am Daren Jaime, and you are now watching Open, a live program bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to you. We also want to welcome our viewers to the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, as Open is being broadcast simultaneously on MNN's channels. You can stay connected to us on all of our social media platforms at BronxNet TV. Now, before we dive into our program, BronxNet is thrilled to mark 30 years of positive impact right here in the borough of the Bronx. Our latest venture, the BronxNet Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx, represents our most significant step yet in bridging the digital gap. However, we can't do it alone and we need your support. So your contribution ensures access to cutting-edge studios, top quality equipment, and professional development opportunities for individuals of all ages in the Bronx. And we encourage you, join us in shaping a brighter future in technology and media as we work together to make the Bronx a better place for everyone. So you can donate today at bronxnet.org and donate, and let's create a lasting impact, which we will hopefully have for generations to come. We're going to switch gears now. Some things have been going on throughout the course of the past week, and guess what? We'll take you through it with some Bronx updates. And we are starting off with developments in community news. Advocates held a rally to propose turning Rikers Island into a renewable energy hub. Our BronxNet reporter, Brittany Schuyler-Urbane, has a story.
Here at the hub, advocates in the community are here for a discussion on the idea of turning Rikers Island into a hub for climate solutions.
Renewable Rikers initiative to transform Rikers Island Penitentiary into a renewable energy hub for the city. Right now, there are several injustices happening on Rikers Island.
In conjunction with Climate Week, community advocates sat in a roundtable-like discussion to come up with some ideas on how to turn Rikers Island, known for its inhumane conditions, into a location that can benefit New York City's climate.
Issues in the Bronx and across the city involving air pollution are pretty dramatic. And Renewable Rikers has the potential to shut down a lot of these dirty fossil fuel energy producing plants and create a renewable space for people to exist in.
A majority of the advocates were teenagers, proving that there is no age requirement to let your voice be heard.
It's important for me today to talk to the youth about, Rikers Island, where we at to, to bring the closer to the finish line and to what we need to do to move this vision for Renewable Rikers forward.
Looking toward the future, Mack and Davalia urge advocates to take the steps necessary to get this initiative in front of government officials. Reporting for BronxNet, Brittany Schuyler-Urbane.
And thank you, Brittany. Of course, stay close to BronxNet. We'll continue to follow that story and new developments as they come forward. In other news, Jacoby North Central Bronx Hospital recently opened a new adult mental health outpatient practice. Our BronxNet reporter, Kyrie Moody, has a story.
We are here at Jacoby North Central Bronx Hospital for the ribbon cutting of their new adult mental health outpatient practice. This practice was in the works since 2016, and now the day has finally come to open their doors.
Today, we're thrilled to be opening up our new outpatient psychiatric clinic at Jacoby. This is so important for so many reasons. We're going to provide increased access for the critical need for outpatient mental health care for our community here in the Bronx.
The design of a psychiatric space must be carefully designed. Everything that goes in the space must be safe for any outcome or situation.
The design and plan of a psychiatric space is very nuanced in that there are a lot of safety features that have to be taken into account. And this was years in the making. We started in 2016, and we couldn't be more excited to increase the access for outpatient psychiatric care for our community here in the Bronx.
According to the National Institute of Mental Health, in 2021, there were an estimated 57.8 million adults aged 18 or older in the United States with AMI, which stands for any mental illness. This number represented 22.8% of all U.S. adults. The prevalence of AMI was higher among females, 27.2%, than males, 18.1%.
So much of the problems we see in our society today has a mental health component to it. Correct treatment for those people who need it must be done.
Studies have shown a relationship between mental illness and crime. Mental illnesses such as depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety disorders, and schizophrenia can lead to increased criminal activity due to a lack of impulse control, poor judgment, and heightened sense of fear.
Hopefully, hope to reduce some of the ills we have in society. Ills like people walking into stores and taking things. Problems that we have in dealing with violent crimes that are going on. These are people who should be taken into consideration, should be cared for.
If you, a loved one, or a friend you know suffers with mental illness and they reside here in the Bronx, Jacoby might be the place for you. Go to www.nychealthandhospitals.org to find out how you can become a patient. Reporting for BronxNet, Kyrie Moody.
And thank you, Kyrie. That's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We are taking a quick break, but stay with us. We have more Open coming up when we return.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
"19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
And we are back. FreshDirect has just unveiled its inaugural class of local emerging food brands chosen for the new Rising Industry Producers and Entrepreneurs program. Now, the one-year pilot program is designed for brands aspiring to expand into retail, offering them a platform to elevate their businesses to new heights. And joining us now is the Senior Executive Category Manager of Dairy at FreshDirect, Lone Heilner. And we thank you so much, Lone, for being with us.
Hi, Daren. Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Let me talk a little bit about this here. So it's a very exciting program. We talk about producers and entrepreneurs.
Yes, really excited to see this program come to life this year. And really, the program was born out of just this concept of, on our merchandising team here at FreshDirect, on the day-to-day basis, we're doing so much work with small and local entrepreneurs who are looking to get into the market for the first time, but we really didn't have a great way to be able to communicate that to our customers. And so through this new formalized program, we have seen so much support from the community, from our customers, from small businesses out there in our backyard. So really excited to see this come to life.
So we have emerging food brands that are out there, and now they're going to be a part of this program. Talk to us about the collaboration with these food brands.
Yeah, so for this program, we've partnered with a few accelerator programs that already exist out there. And these accelerators are locally based in the tri-state area. And what they do is they really take entrepreneurs on the journey from just having a seed of an idea and getting them up and running to, a retail-ready packaged product at the end of it. And so we've partnered with these organizations who then introduce us to these entrepreneurs and these small brands. And for a lot of these small companies, it's really just getting that entrance into the market is that biggest first hurdle for them. And that's something that we, through this program and at FreshDirect, are hoping to help them achieve.
So it's a one-year program, and for those who are participating in the one-year program, what are going to be the benefits and the takeaways for those who are there?
Yeah, so for the program, these small brands get dedicated one-on-one mentorship sessions with their category manager, and that's really helping to guide them and help them shift their strategy specifically for succeeding in the e-commerce retail space. So we saw during the pandemic, so many people shifted into doing their grocery shopping online, and there's some nuances that come with that as a small brand, making sure customers can discover your products. In addition to that, they've had a number of learning sessions hosted by experts here on our FreshDirect team, and that's everything from PR to marketing and branding to supply chain, how to make sure you have the most effective supply chain and deliveries to your retailer partners, and then some more nuances too on just how a merchandising team works with a retailer and those best practices so the brands can be ready once they expand and hopefully work with a number of other retailers in the market.
We talk about two words when it comes to FreshDirect. One is quality, the other is sustainability. And so when we talk about the brands that you've got that are emerging and coming on board, how do they correlate with FreshDirect's mission on there?
Absolutely. So FreshDirect, something we have really pioneered over the last 20 years is partnering with great local producers and entrepreneurs in the tri-state area. And that is something we are absolutely continuing to do with this RIPE program. Also, the program is really an effort to make sure we're elevating diverse owned brands. And as you said, especially those that have a great sustainability mission as well. So actually, one of our brands currently in the program of 2023 is Matriarch Foods. They are actually creating upcycled pasta sauces. So upcycling is where ingredients might be considered waste, or those ingredients are actually being reused to create a whole new product.
Wow. So for yourself, and FreshDirect, the process of really selecting these brands. It was a lot to go through, of course, and you came up with some winners in this. But get us to the selection process. What were the qualifications, and how did this group come across the finish line?
Absolutely. So in just our first pilot year, we received a amazing 99 applications for the first year. And so each category manager really took a deep dive into all of the applications that came in for their respective categories. And from there, we selected a group of about 15 brands who we actually invited into our office here in the Bronx. And we hosted sort of almost like a live mini food show where each brand got a chance to do a one-on-one pitch with their category manager. They got to sample their products to the broader employee base here at FreshDirect. And from there, we chose a finalist, so one finalist for each category, which is now part of the cohort today.
Yeah. And beyond today, let's talk about the year's over, and it's over. What happens now? Is there continuous contact? Where do they go from there?
Absolutely. And so this is a program where we're really looking to also build a community among these small brands themselves. So being in this program for our pilot year, they have become very close together. We're actually going to be hosting an in-person workshop. It's a great chance for entrepreneurs just to see each other in person, bounce ideas off each other, learn from each other's shared experiences. So past the first year of being in a cohort, they're always going to have a community here at FreshDirect and amongst themselves. And this is absolutely a program we would like to see continue years and years to come. So definitely another cohort to come up in 2024 as well.
You do a great job of really bridging the gap between the community. And for those who are coming on board, what message and what are you doing in terms of helping them to understand the importance of community? Because we know the FreshDirect has definitely mastered that in terms of having the community and having great relationship. What are we doing in terms of community building with those who are coming in these emerging brands?
Absolutely. So in the food industry, there is just a huge amount of community and so many experts that small brands can continue to learn from. So aside from just meeting all of these great entrepreneurs who are producing their products in our very own backyard here in New York and the tri-state area, we're also connecting them with the broader community within the industry. So we have so many connections that we have forged with regional distributors for a brand who's ready to take their business to the next level and open up to a greater amount of customers, reach more stores, more retailers. And I think for these small brands, being able to leverage some of our connections that we've built over the last 20 years is something that's very appealing to them.
And Lone, I didn't give an opportunity, but let's try to do it. I won't put you fully on the spot, but let's go over some of these emerging brands that we have so that way our viewers can become more familiar.
Absolutely. So our cohort this year in 2023, we have 6 brands, all based in the tri-state area, which is our FreshDirect footprint. So some of them are coming out of Manhattan, Brooklyn. We have one brand from Long Island and one from New Jersey as well. So one of them, we have Spoonful, who's creating a very clean label overnight oats, which have become very popular. Great for a breakfast, post-workout, or just on-the-go snack. They come in a very sustainable glass jar as well, so easy to recycle. I mentioned Matriarch Foods, which is using upcycled ingredients to create these delicious pasta sauces. We also have Pure Meaty, who actually isn't a food brand. They are creating very sustainable bar soaps and dish soaps. FreshDirect, we are a full-service grocery store, so you can also buy those health and beauty and household items on our website as well. We also have Donuttery, who is creating delicious donut crisps. So everybody loves donuts. This is a new form that you can continue to snack on them throughout the day. And we also have Terranut, who is our brand based out in Long Island. She and her husband are creating very clean label nut-based cold press snacks. So they come in little bars, great snacking item for your desk or lunchbox. And then the final brand we have is actually a wine brand, since FreshDirect also has our FreshDirect Wine and Spirits store. And so the wine brand is called My Vino, and it is a wine that actually they called it a Bagnum. It comes in a bag format. It's actually the equivalent of 2 bottles of wine in one bag, and really helps preserve the wine. So you don't have to worry about drinking it all and making sure it doesn't go bad. It will stay very fresh in that format.
Yeah, a lot to really look forward to. Let's talk about location. Do we see this being replicated in other areas?
Yes, so actually it's been great to see that since we launched the brands and selected them early this year for the program, we've seen them continue to grow and even increase their footprint in the marketplace.
Well, Lone, we want to thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be looking forward for these emerging brands that are out there, and thanks so much for bringing us up to speed.
Always a pleasure. Thank you. And you can find the brands on our site at freshdirect.com.
All right. You kind of like stole my thunder, but I'll say it again, though. How about that? It's all right. So listen, if you want more information, visit the website, freshdirect.com. Also, what she didn't tell you is you can also follow them on social media, Fresh Direct. Encourage you, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open coming up right after this. And welcome back. The holidays are upon us, and as usual, the most stylish and inventive products are at the forefront of everybody's wish list. However, this year, parents are keen on smart shopping and seeking toys that are feature-rich, and then also provide great value for their money. And joining me now to share some fun options and great things for the holidays is toy trend specialist Jennifer Lynch. And Jennifer, glad to have you. And I got to ask the question right off the beginning. When we talk about toys, we see so many different trends that are out there, in, out, in. But the one thing that continues is toys.
Yes, and classic toys are still resonating with old and young alike. So it's definitely something for everyone when it comes to toys.
And so you are the specialist, so I'm going to lean into you for this one. Talk to me a little bit about the trends that are out there, and what are we seeing with toy trends?
Yeah, so one thing that we are seeing is, as I mentioned, classic toys resonating. A great example of that is this one that I've got in front of me here. Looks like your classic Build-A-Bear, and it's from Build-A-Bear, but it's their brand new interactive, first ever interactive bear. So it is going to spring to life and interact with kids through the sound of their voice, through ears that wiggle, eyes that blink. It's going to say sweet expressions. So really innovative take on a classic toy like a stuffed teddy bear. So really kind of highlighting again that idea that these classic toys are still resonating.
And when we talk about toys that are resonating, I know for parents, they're spending their money, they're putting their money out there, and they want to get the most bang for their buck when it comes to toys. But I do know that sometimes when it comes to toys that they're selecting for their children, particularly at Christmas time, looking at toys that really foster connections with children.
Yes, family time. Story time is a great way to do that. Also, I kind of love that this is the story time with Sunny from VTech Toy. This is for ages 3 and up, but I really like that it kind of makes story time even more engaging, and it's got some tech built into it, but it's in a way that's really screen-free play and encouraging kids to do screen-free play. So it comes with 4 discs, and it's got 300 plus activities loaded across those discs that are going to get kids up and moving, doing pretend play. They're going to get the stories read to them. They're going to be able to hear some silly jokes, and it's also going to encourage healthy habits as well. So encouraging them to wind down into a bedtime routine, brush their teeth. So parents and kids are definitely going to like that. This one definitely has some educational value built into it as well, which is definitely a trend that we're seeing this holiday. Parents are definitely going to be making sure they buy at least one educational toy this holiday season. That's through the Toy Association's research leading up to the holidays.
Yeah, and that's a pretty interesting statistic that parents are just buying toys, but they're buying toys with intention. And let's talk about some of these toys that I know that you're quite familiar with, and we want to make our viewers more familiar with. For the young men that are out there, we're talking about Hot Wheels, and we got Hot Wheels out there. We got the Hot Wheels Ultimate T-Rex Transporter.
I can tell you right off the bat, this is one that is definitely going to appeal to the young Hot Wheels fans as well as the old ones as well. This is the Hot Wheels T-Rex Transporter. So it's got 2 modes of play. It's got hauler mode, comes with 2 1/64th scale vehicles included, but it's going to be able to hold up to 20. So parents are also going to like the storage of this hauler mode, but you're going to pull down that tail and it's going to transform into this epic Robo T-Rex with lights and sounds and a really cool 2-car racetrack built into its spine down its back. So pretty epic. And again, classic Hot Wheels brand, still resonating because it really has those key components, innovating on classic play patterns in unique ways.
I think grandparents are going to have a little issue there. I saw 13 sounds out there. So when you look out there, 13 sounds coming out of that. But it looks to be pretty exciting. Let me move on. I want to talk about Rubble and Crew Barkyard Crane Tower play set.
Yeah, definitely. So over here, we've got the Rubble and Crew playset. This is great for preschoolers. So this is based off of the world of Paw Patrol. Rubble and Crew is a spin-off series. This stands at over 2 feet tall, so really loaded with play. Comes with 12 ounces of this kinetic build-it sand, so a little bit more of a sturdy kinetic sand that kids can actually mold and build with and do some kind of role-play construction play. It's got lights and sounds and interactions from the show that are going to build it, bringing the show to life, and we've even got like a little Rebel in there, so really fun. And then lastly, I just want to throw in this over here. We've got this is Spy Guy. It's a great family game, great price point too on this one. It's $19.99. Starts out as a jigsaw puzzle that you can build the game board for, and then you are going to work cooperatively to bring that play to life, and you're going to be working as a spy guy and trying to find a criminal that's lurking the city, and you have to catch him by searching down the clues across the game board. So really fun.
And we're seeing more and more interactive games that are out there, really trying to captivate attention. What's your perspective on the interactive games and the toys that we're seeing out there that really grapple people's attention?
Yeah, well, I think that, and when it comes to gameplay, it's really great when you can have different types of play loaded in, especially if you have a audience like an age of 5 and up. So you're getting 2 types of play here. So you are building a game, you're building the game board, which is just a fun in itself of piecing a puzzle together. But then you actually get this added bonus of working together to cooperatively find this criminal hunting down throughout the city. So I really like these unique elements and these unique twists on traditional board games like you see with this one.
Yeah. And as an expert, I mean, you're one who knows this stuff very well. Talk to me about the trends that we've seen. I mean, obviously we see that toys are still relevant and we look around and we see some things, but what have you seen that really sticks out to you as we look from year to year, the evolution of toys?
Well, one thing that we're definitely seeing is that parents and caregivers are definitely looking to toys that also help support kids' social and emotional health as well. I think you see that with a product like the Storytime with Sunny here, where it's kind of, there's even meditations that will kind of lead kids through. It's got that wind down play, so really teaching them to calm down themselves and get into a routine. You also see a little bit of that sensory play with built into even Rubble over here with that kinetic Build It stand. So sensory play, getting kids to kind of just focus on the play themselves and what they're doing, really kind of seeing that resonate with both parents and caregivers.
Well, Jennifer, thank you so much. When you get a chance, send me the bear. I really love it. It looks so cute and adorable. So thanks. Thank you for being with
Adorable,
us.
right?
Right.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you. Jennifer Lynch, who is the toy trend specialist. Now, if you want more information, visit the website at thegeniusofplay.org. And we got more show. We don't want you to go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.
30 years of BronxNet, 4 years of Modern Odyssey. Broadcasting stories that may inspire you, untold or underreported stories. BronxNet, your story is heard. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching Modern Odyssey on BronxNet.
And we are back. Many entrepreneurs sometimes feel stuck and many times misunderstood. They feel like they don't have anyone to confide in or sometimes provide them with strategic support. Our next guest developed an online educational platform offering programs and courses designed to empower entrepreneurs in the art of business expansion. Here now is sharing more is the founder of the Network for Women in Business, Toni-Coleman Brown. And Toni, good to have you with us. And when we talk about women in business, obviously a lot of challenges. And as I said, the lead for entrepreneurs, there seems to be sometimes this lack of support that they feel.
Yes, oftentimes entrepreneurs feel like they're doing it all alone, especially solopreneurs. And I work with a lot of people that are really bootstrapping their business and that are just starting out. And oftentimes they feel that they don't know where to go to find resources or to find help. And that was one of the main reasons why I started the Network for Women in Business. I'm so excited about our upcoming event that we're having, the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. And it's one of the premier events that we offer to help women entrepreneurs.
We know that small business is the lifeblood for pretty much America, but when it comes to women making it a small business, a lot of challenges, and sometimes we hear a lot of women voice what an uphill battle that is. I know you're tackling that in your upcoming network. So talk to us a little bit about that and what we can expect.
So the boot camp event is an event that happens every year. This event is amazing. I tell you, we've had some amazing speakers. We have Vera Moore, who is the owner of Vera Moore Cosmetics. Many of you may have heard of her. She's been in business for 35 years. She recently won the Black Enterprise Legacy Award. And when you have the opportunity to sit at the feet of icons like Vera Moore that have had a long-standing career and longevity, you can't help but learn exactly what you need to do in order to be successful. And that's what I really try to do. I try to pair seasoned entrepreneurs with those that are just starting out so that they can have mentors, that they can have guides that can shine the light, and really they can learn from some of their mistakes, as well as they can really trailblaze into new pathways.
I want to talk about two words that you deal with in this network. And one of the things is knowing your worth. And then the other thing is time management. I want to break those two down for a quick minute. When it comes to knowing worth and a person knowing their worth, it's a mistake that sometimes people make in the area of business too often.
It absolutely is. And I find that, especially with female entrepreneurs, they tend to sell themselves short. And oftentimes they don't charge what they're worth, and they end up burning themselves out and really providing services for less than market value. One of the things that I found is that women have to be more bold, they have to be more confident, they have to be more sure about what they're doing, and basically charge those market rates and those market prices. And I have to tell you, when it comes down to time management, I mean, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but it's how you use those 24 hours in a day. A lot of times I find that women like to say yes to everything. And one of the things I've discovered is that yes can be a debit when it comes to your time, but no can be a credit when it comes to your time. So women also have to learn how to say no oftentimes, and to say, like Maxine Waters, reclaim their time.
Yeah, amazing. And you yourself are a leader in this industry in terms of dealing with people and women who are really in the area of entrepreneurship and really helping them find their voice and also find their creative passion. When did the light bulb click for you that, I need to go ahead and inspire and encourage people and do this from a coaching perspective?
Well, actually, it was probably about 13 years ago. I remember it very clearly. My mom passed away, and as soon as she passed away, kind of the light bulb went off for me as it relates to, really coaching and helping people. One of the things she said to me was that, a lot of people listen to all of the things that you have to say, and you really help a lot of people. And, when she transitioned, it became crystal clear for me what I was supposed to do. So I feel like I'm living in my passion, and I'm definitely helping people along the way. And I believe that that's what I've been called to do, and I'm so excited about doing it.
So what is your message? I mean, as you go forward, you've got a lot of clients that you're dealing with, but talk to me about the messaging that you have to both your clients and then also when you're out at seminars. What is it that you want people to take away from spending time with Toni?
Well, basically, when you spend time with me, I want you to know that basically your knowledge is where your power is, your knowledge is where your profits is. And basically, when you work with me, I teach a lot of entrepreneurs how to turn their knowledge into profits and really how to share their message and to monetize their message. A lot of people have experience and expertise, and they really don't know how to convert those into digital products. So when it comes down to me, a lot of what I teach people how to do is how to really create digital products, how to market and promote those digital products, also how to really promote their businesses online and how to generate leads for their businesses. That is really my expertise. And when it comes down to that, it's usually just a 1 degree shift in their thinking. And I really teach women how to work smarter and not harder.
In this day, obviously we know that there's a lot of grants out there, a lot of opportunities, particularly MWBE opportunities that are out there with contracts and things of that nature. Sometimes we find that women are still even lacking in getting the sufficient awards by that way? Talk to me about what you're finding by way of MWBE utilization and those persons who really have the opportunity to cash in on some, on some great opportunities out there.
Yeah, it's important for women entrepreneurs to get MWBE certified. There's a lot of opportunities, especially now with all of these redevelopments that are happening at, especially at JFK. I'm, out in Queens. So there's lots of opportunities that you can take advantage of with the Port Authority and a lot of government agencies that are willing to give money to entrepreneurs that are MWBE certified. So that certification is truly important. And that's one of the actual trainings that we've actually worked with entrepreneurs on in the past.
Yeah. Are you finding that when it comes to the digital divide that it really affects women in business as well? I mean, I hear a lot of people out there in small business say that we're really hampered by the digital divide. Talk to me about, from your perspective, what are you finding with women in business?
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people are scared of technology. And I believe that if you learn how to make technology your friend, you could really get ahead. When you look in the space, especially for females, it's really male dominated when it comes down to technology. And right now, AI is everything. And, one of the main topics at our boot camp is a whole session on how to use AI to really, work smarter and not harder, how to use that technology to be able to do things like write emails and to be able to write articles, blog posts, and things like that. There's so many things that you can do with technology. I say make it your friend. And, it used to be a lot harder than what it is today. Actually, technology is so much easier than it was years ago. I just say, face your fears and jump right in because it can really make a big difference in your business and your productivity.
I know technology is a huge issue, but then also sometimes community engagement. I want to have an opportunity to share a little bit about that because there's power. When a business can really have that community engagement, successful businesses are businesses that engage. So what is your message to those who are, your clients, and when you're going down and giving workshops, what's your message in this area?
Well, basically, you have to network. One of the things that the organization did, we did this many, many years ago. We put together an anthology called Network to Increase Your Net Worth. I believe that you should definitely partner with other organizations like SCORE, as well as the many small business development centers that are around the city and around the state, and really begin to network with other entrepreneurs, other chambers, really, make those organizations your friend so that you can connect with other people, because that's how you really elevate. When you connect with others and you really get your message out there locally as well as nationally and internationally. When you take your business online, it opens you up to a whole market that you probably never thought you would serve. But definitely when it comes down to your community, engage with your, development corporations and all of that, because that's going to help you. That's where all of the, resources and connections are.
I definitely want to leave my audience with some tips and some things to help them out. So if there's a person out there that's an entrepreneur, possibly thinking about business or in business, we know that some of the greatest things are distractions. So before we leave, I want you to talk a little bit about what could be potential productivity killers for people that we need to keep our eyes on so we can keep our eyes on the prize.
So, yeah, there's definitely that shiny object syndrome that happens oftentimes with entrepreneurs. And one of the things that I tell you to do is to really, when you have a mission for your business, keep it simple. Keep it focused on the things that can grow your business. A lot of times, we find out about a new gadget or a new program or new software, and we're quick to really jump on it. But one of the things that I say is keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused on your mission, and make sure that when people engage with your business, that they're clear on what your mission is. Because when you keep your eyes focused on that one target, then nothing can distract you. And I mean, and there's evidence of that with so many people, so many great entrepreneurs stars like Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, they kept their eyes on the prize. And that's what you have to do. Stay focused. Don't get distracted.
Toni-Coleman Brown, thank you so much for being with us. I mean, it's been a great opportunity to talk to you and hear a little bit about the Network for Women in Business. And thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All righty. Now, if you want more information about Toni, visit her website at networkforwomeninbusiness.org and then ToniColemanBrown.com. We encourage you, don't go anywhere. We're back with more Open coming up right after this.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
And welcome back. Toastmasters International is a not-for-profit organization fostering confidence and imparting public speaking skills. Within a supportive community or corporate setting, members craft and present speeches, engage in impromptu discussions, and provide constructive feedback. Joining us now to provide more is the Area Director of District 119 at Toastmasters International, Lisa Rodriguez. And Lisa, glad to have you. And when we talk about public speaking and we talk about being out there in front of that audience, Toastmasters does a great job of really preparing people for the world outside.
Yes, it does, Daren. And thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here to speak about Toastmasters, and it really, truly does provide so much benefit for the members and the guests and the audience, because what happens is people come in and they think, I am so afraid to speak in public. I don't know what I'm going to do here. And we just give them the confidence and the skills to build upon who they are and what they like to speak about.
Well, you know, the funny part is I get people tell me all the time, oh, you talk in front of people all the time. It's easy. You stand up there and you read and you say, and I'm like, it's not as easy as you think. Public speaking is not as easy. And for a lot of people, it becomes a situation where they just want to crawl up under a rock and just say, listen, I don't want to do this. But you get people out of the rock and really in front and talk to us about what are some of the things and the methods that you use to really getting people to become more comfortable in the public sector of being able to speak and articulate themselves?
Absolutely. Well, we have a few different methods here. First of all, getting to the meetings is the first thing, and we have means of getting there. So you have to take the first step. I want to do this. I want to be better. And then you come in, and it is the safest environment that you can imagine. So people come in and they tell us a little bit, and it could be just a one-on-one conversation because most people want to just sit in the back of the room and they don't want to deal with anything. They just want to understand. Many people are really in there all hands in. But a lot of people come in and they're like, hey, I just got a promotion at my job, or I'm doing a speech for a wedding. I have to do an honorable mention, and I don't even know where to start, and I am deathly afraid. So we get their goals, and we kind of understand why they're there, and we have a very, very structured meeting that everybody is on an even playing field, and we go right through it. And we start with just kind of opening up the meeting with a joke, just to kind of relax the atmosphere, and everyone gets kind of comfortable with each other. And they watch speeches of other people that have prepared. And then we have something called table topics where we ask impromptu questions. And if you're coming for the first time, you can get involved or not get involved. So everybody kind of gets to relax and understand safe environment. That's the goal here.
And when we talk about safe environments, we know we're coming out of COVID, and some people say we're still in. We are, and we still are. But for the heavy part, as we know it, seems to be behind us. Talk to us about where you are by going online, because there are some people who still want the online option.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's interesting that you say that because Toastmasters has really, truly taken a stance during COVID, and many of our clubs really expanded tremendously because people weren't understanding the online world, and they wanted to be able to do a presentation like you and I are doing right now and have a conversation and make it seem personal. So they were really thriving to go in that direction to find out, how do I make myself better? So at this point, what we have is we have online clubs, we have clubs that are in person, and we have a lot of clubs that are hybrid where they do a little bit of both.
You're the area director for District 119. And for somebody who doesn't know where District 119 is, talk to us about 119 and where you're located.
Okay, honorably. So I have the District 119, so I'm located in Suffolk County, Long Island. However, District 119 spans from Lower Manhattan all the way out to Eastern Long Island. So that includes everything in between. We're talking Lower Manhattan, Brooklyn, all of Queens, all of Nassau, and all of Suffolk. So we have a very, very wide span here. Matter of fact, our district has 87 clubs. There's over almost 2,000 members, about 1,900 members at this point, and there's something for everybody here.
Yeah, you got a great amount of diversity. How's that contributing to the community?
Yes, the diversity is fabulous. Now, just think about the areas. So we're from Manhattan all the way out to Eastern Long Island. So we have all different professional levels. I mean, we have people that come to the club sometimes, and they're like, hey, I remember this one gentleman, he said, I'm a mechanic, and I have to speak to the customers, and I am not good at speaking, and I don't know what to do, and we helped him. And then we have people that come in, and they're an executive at a big firm, and they have to deliver major speeches flawlessly, and we help them, and everybody in between.
And when we talk about speeches, that's one component of what you actually do, but there's a little bit more than just public speaking that goes on at Toastmasters.
Absolutely. Well, there is a lot that goes on at Toastmasters. We actually have an online digital program, which for people who are not into the whole online thing, and there are a lot, you can print out our workbook, and that's exactly what it is. It's a workbook, and it takes you from beginning to end. So you come in, you take a survey, there's all different paths, and we call them paths, but they're like booklets. And basically, they're leadership, motivational speaking, there's so many, there's humorous speaking, there's delivering strategic information. There are so many different styles. There's something for everybody. And you go into your path, and they give you a little online or reading workshop to do, and they talk to you about what it looks like to compose the speech, what kind of information would be valuable, and then you put your speech together, you come in and you give it a shot in your safe environment. And then you have your other Toastmasters that are also all different levels, education levels, professional levels, and they help you make it better.
So give me a quick, break it down for me like this. So say, for instance, I come in, I learn, I graduate, I'm speaking now. Now, I want to continue to advance. What are the levels of advancement that you have for somebody that says, okay, I mastered this level, now what do I do next?
Okay, well, you said graduate, and that's interesting because I joined Toastmasters about 6 years ago, and I'm still graduating. Everybody graduates all the time because you're just moving on up. You can come in and just learn how to do your speech for the wedding that you're going to be in. You're the maid of honor, you're the best man, you're the mother of the bride, father of the bride, uncle of the bride, aunt of the bride, doesn't matter. You can come in, learn your speech, and keep it moving, or you can take a path like I did, and many of us have done, where you just completely embrace Toastmasters and you just want to keep moving to the next level and the next level. And basically, so like I was saying before, so let's say somebody comes in and they're like, okay, I want to speak like a leader. This is going to affect me in my life, my job, whatever your goal is. They come in and they pick the leadership path. You go through the path, you do your speeches, and you finish it. You can now go to a next path. So your membership doesn't end when you reach your goal. It ends when you decide that it ends. So then you can move forward. You can move forward not only in your speeches and your presenting skills, but you can also move forward in advancement within this amazing international company. And like I said, or actually I think you said it in the beginning, Toastmasters is international. There's 270,000 members internationally, over 144 countries. So we're everywhere. We are everywhere. And
do you have the opportunity of going from state to state, or country to country, and engaging with different Toastmasters?
Absolutely, absolutely. I remember one time I was on a business trip and I was in California, and somebody had mentioned to me that was there. We got into the Toastmaster conversation. They said, why don't you come for a visit to the club? So I did. I just went out there and checked it out. We all have the same structure, just different people and different elements.
Lisa from District 119, she is the Toastmasters, well, I should say Director of District 119 for Toastmasters International. And we thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Daren, for having me. And there's a local club. All you have to do is log on to Toastmasters District 119 and put your zip code in. For $120, it'll get you through the whole year, and we'd love to have you. And you guests are always welcome for free, as many clubs as you want to come and visit.
All right. Well, in case you missed it now, you want more information, go ahead and visit the website at district119tm.org. And there you can find out how you can become a Toastmaster, work on your public speaking skills. And I may need a couple of refresher classes myself. I don't know. All righty. Well, we've come to the end of our show today. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us. Most of all, you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the Recablecast on Optimum's Channel 67, Verizon Fios Channel 2133, or watch us anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. And if you want that brand new episode of Open, come back, check us out on Friday. My girl, Rita Valentin, Cafe Con Leche, she's going to give it to you, and you'll enjoy Friday's episode. That about wraps it up this episode. For us, I am Daren Jaime, making sure to keep this channel wide open. We're saying take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.